So a few days ago, CNN dropped this video, and this is one of their reporters, and I use that word loosely, on the ground in Syria, and she, Clarissa Ward, is touring Assad's torture tunnels and chambers and prisons. And I'm gonna play it for you, but when I first saw this, I went, yeah, that ain't right. I'm not right about this. Well, come to find out, validated immediately. We already have reporting that says what actually happened here, but let's watch, then I'll have a lot to say about it.
I can't tell, though. It might just be a blanket. But it's the only cell that's locked. Is he going to shoot it?
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door. We go in to get a closer look. It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
Oh, it moved. Is there someone there? I saw it move. Is someone there? Or is it just a blanket? I don't know.
I think it's someone. Hello?
Okay, I just moved.
Yeah, it's open.
I'm a civilian, he says. I'm a civilian. He tells the fighter he's from the city of Homs and has been in the cell for 3 months.
Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
He clutches my arm tightly with both hands.
Okay. Does anyone have any water?
Hey, dude kissed his forehead. Okay, now we'll continue in a second, but note the length of this guy's hair, what his beard looks like, what his jacket looks like, what the cell looks like. He says, I've been here for 3 months.
Water. My. Okay, it's water. It's water. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
That was faked. It was faked. Now, when I saw that a couple days ago, I was like, this ain't right. But I didn't cover it. I didn't bring it up. I didn't want to get out over my skis, right? Well, a few days later, boom, we get verification of it. So apparently somebody did a deep dive on who this guy is. Come to find out, not only is he not a political prisoner of Assad, but he was actually, apparently, allegedly, according to the reporting, one of Assad's biggest torturers. Bro, I mean, come on. I did see some accounts, some of the most naive, silly accounts I've ever seen, when they saw, this is so brave, this is so amazing, what an amazing clip from CNN, this is incredible. First of all, everybody in this is like the worst actor I've ever seen in my life. The dude kissing the guy's forehead, Clarissa Ward, you're okay. The cell being clean, the jacket being clean, his hair being short, his beard being trimmed. It's 3 months, really? 3 months you've been there? Really? Just hiding under the blanket, when, by the way, it's already been quite a while that the cells have been open and people have been freed, and this one cell was not, like, what are we doing here? Guys, now they're saying, right now, the story is, so they were faking it, but they're trying to make it seem like the faking it was just on the side of the guy. I think Clarissa Ward was in on it. I think she was in on it, and she has a sketchy history. There was a video of her allegedly, or she was kissing a baby who had been gassed, and she kisses, and it's like, if the gas is there, then you're getting the gas on yourself, and it was like, that was sketchy. She had faked being in a combat scenario before too, and recorded it, and it was very clear it was fake. And now this. So, she's got to get fired. I mean, here's the sad reality, guys. As long as you're lying on the side of the Pentagon, as long as you're lying on the side of the U.S. government, they would normally let you get away with whatever the hell you want to get away with. Right? Because there's no consequences for that. You're feeding the narrative that Washington wants. But on this, she overreached. They overreached. And then that added twist of this guy allegedly being one of Assad's top torturers, right? So it winds up, you're actually sort of, doing the opposite propaganda than what they want. You know what I'm saying? So it's backfiring. You can't trust these people. Guys, you would be surprised at how many instances there are like this over the years. I mean, obviously it goes without saying the whole Saddam Hussein was working with Osama bin Laden. That was total bullshit. Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. That was total bullshit. That was a lie pushed by the fucking White House. But there's also been, I mean, you go back to, what was it, the Gulf War? And there were the lies about throwing the babies out of incubators. Like, there's been so many of these just like complete and utter disgusting, grotesque lies to feed the narrative. And Clarissa Ward now, this is the at least third time where she's a fabulist and she's making it up. The idea that she wasn't part of this, I don't buy it. She's a horrible actor. Everybody else in this video was a horrible actor. And it's like, do you really need to do this? It's not like what? The civil war in Syria wasn't dramatic enough for you to just tell the truth. It wasn't dramatic enough. I mean, the thing is absolutely mental. It's insane. You have the Assad government, and Assad was backed by Iran and Russia and Hezbollah in Lebanon. Then you have the rebels, and at one point there were moderate rebels, the Free Syrian Army, like former government officials who defected and said Assad's got to go, and just regular people who were rising up against the Syrian government. But then eventually it was al-Nusra and al-Qaeda affiliates that went in there, and the jihadists became the main force against Assad. And then now this guy who ended up toppling the government was a former al-Qaeda affiliate member, and he tried to rebrand and act like, who, me, bro? I'm just like a secular liberal now, bro. Like, this isn't interesting enough for you. It's not interesting enough that now you also have the Kurds, for example, are now basically pit against these like jihadist rebels and also Turkish-backed rebels, because, you know, the Turks hate the Kurds. It's like, you couldn't script something. This is so Game of Thronesy. Just the facts of it on its own are so Game of Thronesy. And here she is, just totally faking some shit. God, it's embarrassing. It's pathetic. And again, like, trust in mainstream media is already at a historic low. This is going to make it even lower. This is going to make it even lower, right? Because, you know, the standard elite liberal perspective is like, well, we know Fox News is propaganda for the Republicans and for Trump. We know Newsmax One American News is. But, hey, you know, CNN, they're not bad. MSNBC, they're not bad. Yada, yada. It's like, well, here's CNN faking some bullshit-ass war propaganda, getting caught brazenly. And, like, okay, why would you trust what they say, what they do? And look, it's a real shame because I'm a commentary guy. I talk about the news and I give my opinion, right? But there's a genuine hole in the marketplace for actual investigative journalists and real reporters. I mean, shout out to people like Ken Klippenstein and Jordan Chariton who actually do real journalist work. But, like, here, like, the biggest name in U.S. news for what's supposed to be straight news, just fucking fabricating something in a Syrian dungeon? Like, you didn't have to do that. But she's a fabulist, and she's a careerist, and she wants to, you know, to be a star, and, oh, look, we fake this shit. And they get to feed the narrative of, like, you know, the brutal Assad regime was so immensely brutal, which is true, that's true. But when you fake it, you also undermine it too, right? When you fake it, you undermine it. And also, I get the sense there's going to be a lot of whitewashing of the atrocities that are going to be committed by the al-Qaeda affiliate leader now, right? That's the thing is, they're going to get 80,000 mulligans because it's not Assad. But they've already done. I mean, there's allegations the guy who's now leading Syria was directly involved in terror attacks and literal beheadings. But, you know, she wanted to feed the narrative. She wanted to feed the machine. Oh, yes, Assad. Ooh, evil. Look at this. Oh, and he is, to be fair. He really is. But you don't have to fake this bullshit. Things are complicated and interesting enough without having to totally destroy any reputation you have, any trust in you that the public has. And that's what they did. That's what she did here. So, what a sick joke, man. What a sick joke. So, is CNN going to get banned from YouTube for misinformation? Right? Are there going to be consequences for that? No. That's only for, you know, people in the online media space. If you say something wrong, if you get something off, like, yeah, then there will be consequences. These guys don't face consequences. So hopefully CNN says, Clarissa Ward, you're done. You're fired. Get out of here. And by the way, here's a bold prediction for you. If CNN does that, I give it a year or two before Clarissa Ward does a full MAGA turn, because she knows her career is done in mainstream liberal media, and she'll try to go full MAGA, so she gets hired by One American News or Newsmax or Fox News, because they'll welcome her. Even after faking all this, they'll welcome her if she starts saying the things that they want to hear. So, how disgusting is this? How disgusting is this? And you wonder, oh, why don't people trust the media? Well, fucking look at this. The fakest shit I've ever seen in my life. There you have it. All right, guys. That's the show. Love y'all very much. Everybody subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every time a video drops. Thank you to everybody who supports the show on Patreon. If you'd like to do that, that's below right here. Remember, guys, it's in the video description box. Remember, we're true independent media, not fake independent media. Never had a conversation with a billionaire or an advertiser or a foreign government. You guys fund this show from the ground up, both on Patreon and on Substack, and with the tip thanks button on YouTube. That's what we do for this show. That and the default ads on YouTube. And I'm very proud of that fact. Very, very proud of that fact. It's a model that's sustainable and it builds trust. And I've, basically cocooned myself away from malincentives. So I'm responsible to nobody but you, which is nice. So, all right, guys, I love y'all. I'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.